Hello, welcome back to Groves Nurseries. I'm Clive Groves. Now, do you remember last month, it's about just over 4 weeks ago, that Mimi made a hanging basket. She demonstrated a hanging basket to you. Look how well it's grown now, just in that short time. Full of flower, and now it's ready to go outside and be hung up in your garden. Okay, well this week we want to talk about taking cuttings, softwood cuttings, and I'm going to go down to the garden centre now and see if we can find some cutting material. Well, here we are in the garden centre and we're looking for material to take softwood cuttings from. Now here we've got a hypericum, and in fact this is too soft, it would just wilt and die. So we won't take cuttings for those. We'll come back in September and take semi-hardwood cuttings. We have here a Rigeron. It's a pretty little flower, but in fact these throw lots and lots of flowers and lots of seeds. So we'll come back when the fluffy little seed heads are there and we'll take those off. Then we'll multiply them much quicker by that fashion. Here we've got a buddleia. Again, this is growing too fast, it's too soft, it'll only wilt again. So that's no good. So what else have we? I think I saw Clematis over here. Let's go and have a look at that. Yes, here we are then. This is the Clematis viticella I was thinking about. And we can see that these are quite soft growth with some of them, but there are one or two that I can feel are more wiry. And I think we'll take one or two of these off. This time it's going to be a heel cutting, a softwood heel cutting. So we literally just pull that off. So there's one there. This is a bit too soft, but I've got another one down here. That feels good. I'll pull that one off as well. And we'll take these back to the nursery and we will prepare them along with one or two other things that I've found around the garden centre. Okay, here we are. I found one or two useful specimens here, and let's go back down the nursery, shall we, and see what we can do with them. Well, here we are, back down the nursery. Now, let's choose something to take cuttings from and just demonstrate exactly how to do it. There's various methods. What I'll choose first of all is, this is a Nepeta nemesii, and I'm going to take a cutting here from this, find my trusty knife. Now, first of all, I see that the best cutting here, that there's a flower growing on the end of it, so let's just take that off. And we don't need this flower. This would just take away goodness from the actual cutting. So I can literally take the top of that off. It won't hurt taking the top off because it will make these shoots shoot out further. And if we just pinch off these lower leaves and cut a bit of this off, so we haven't got such a big area for the moisture to transfer from. And we just take a very, very straight cut over the end there. Now that's ready to go. The compost I've got here is a mixture of 2/3 multi-purpose compost and 1/3 fine grit and a coarser grit. So we've got the fine grit holds the moisture, and the coarser grit let's control the moisture down through. It doesn't stay sort of wet and soggy. So let's fill this up with this compost. And my trusty dibber. I've got some more here I took earlier on, as they used to say on Blue Peter, and I'm going to place these round. These I prepared round the pot. This is pretty much the conventional way of doing it. And what we're going to do is give this a good watering in a minute. That's done. Now always remember to label, because although you think you'll remember what you've done, believe you me, you will not always remember I've had first-hand experience with that. So we've got that. I've got a watering can here. We'll drop the water on there, give it a good soaking. And now what we're going to do is just to take some green canes and cut the ends off. And we're going to drop those down here. And over the top of that we're just going to put a polythene bag, because what we're trying to do is to hold the moisture in. We don't want this moisture transpiring from these plants, and this just stops any drafts or anything. And that's more or less done. It's good to have several of these because you can use them as edges. They're low growing and they can act as an edge in a border. So there we are. That should root in about 3 to 4 weeks. In fact, I have got some that I took 3 or 4 weeks ago. Here we are, and we'll see if these have rooted. I'll tip them out of the pot. Yes, there we go. Lovely roots, all ready to pot on. And you can use the same potting mixture as you've used to put the cuttings in. You don't want anything too strong for the first potting. So that's Nepeta. Just one more thing. If you're interested in any of the plants or the products that we've used in this demonstration, then there'll be a product list coming up in a minute, and they'll all be available from Groves Nurseries.